Delusion.
Yeah, what's poppin'? You already know what it is. Ain't nothing new under the sun. And on episode we ain't keeping count of the world's going delusional, we gonna get back to talking about some of these double standards and hypocrisy that we all fall for because of the propaganda we've all been raised within.
Cut.
روتين جمعتين لك حتحلك بمعارخة تعامل شيل جز برودكشنز لا بير لا سلم ولا إراق بكبكة لأرحب بكوش أنا ما تجرى صناعة كورس على الإنترنت شلي أنا حنا الماد بكورس أحلى بتاع البور بيتزا يلي أحلى بتاع البور بيتزوت شلتين وأحلى بتاع البور بوتيتولي الحبايب ما أحشى بركعة صفت كوبتا بيلوين اشتري محوزنا حبا زنات كتبون حلس حمس ليك بابايو
Word to APAC.
Trust the Israelis.
Yeah. You've been dealing with death threats.
Yeah.
And I think recently it was specifically coming from like the Canary Mission side.
Yeah.
How are you navigating all that?
I'm navigating it by getting more aggressive and covering Israel on the show. They can off. Okay, I'm an American. I'm not going to let some foreign country and their little operatives in America scare me from speaking out about what I see happening in Gaza, in the West Bank. You want me to pretend like I'm a journalist or I do the news while I'm lying to my audience about the reality? No, I'm not going to do that.
The view of Palestinians is simple. Well, the Europeans treated the Jews badly, culminating in the Holocaust, and they gave them our land as compensation. Of course, we say it's our land. The Torah says it, but they don't believe in the Torah. So that's the reason there is not peace. They invent other reasons, but they do not believe in a Jewish state. And that is why we in America must stand strong with Israel through thick and thin. We must, because that is the reason, not any of these other false shibboleths, why there is not peace in the Middle East. Too many people don't understand that here in America.
That's interesting. But word to APAC. That said, I got a few questions. Let's go see what we can dig up from historical facts. Well. Let's see what all the interwebs says. A map of Palestine from 1940 to present shows a dramatic reduction in territory under Palestinian control, transitioning from a unified British mandate pre-1948 to the establishment of Israel, followed by the 1967 occupation of the West Bank and Gaza Strip, resulting in fragmented Palestinian territories today. Key historical map stages 1942 present. As you can see here, as mentioned before, the 1967 Six-Day War. Well, let's see what that map looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Well. What do we have here? So what is this? This is 1897. Oh, okay. So in 1897, there was only a Palestine. 1946. Okay. 1947, the UN Patriation Plan. So this would be after World War II, when, once again, they had to find somewhere to live, as is before from Russia and Turkey and anyways. So we see what happened in 47. Oddly enough, 1 year later, and then by 1956, and then, that's odd. But again, we talk about delusion and cognitive dissonance. Word to APAC.
The view of Palestinians is simple. Well, the Europeans treated the Jews badly, culminating in the Holocaust, and they gave them our land as compensation. Of course, we say it's our land. The Torah says it, but they don't believe in the Torah. So that's the reason there is not peace. They invent other reasons, but they do not believe in a Jewish state. And that is why we in America must stand strong with Israel through thick and thin. We must, because that is the reason, not any of these other false shibboleths, why there is not peace in the Middle East. Too many people don't understand that here in America.
Yeah. Again, word to AIPAC.
This inextricable tie between culture, religion, ethnicity that most people don't fully understand. That is unique and, how can I say it? So strong with Jews worldwide. There is a, I mean, you know, I used to say early on when I was a kid, I'd say, when I was a young senator, I'd say, if I were a Jew, I'd be a Zionist. I am a Zionist. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist.
Word to AIPAC.
Israel tomorrow, Israel today, Israel tomorrow, Israel forever.
Hakeem Jeffries, a loyal servant of the Israeli lobby, has made defending Israel's interests a cornerstone of his political career. Bought and paid for with $1.6 million in AIPAC money, this corrupt politician now acts as Israel's watchdog inside the Democratic Party. His latest move was refusing to endorse Zohran Mamdani, the Democratic primary winner for New York City mayor, simply because Mamdani refuses to kneel. To the Israeli lobby,
go to Israel. Fourth trip to Israel. First trip to Israel. Mr. Mamdani.
I would stay in New York City. My plans are to address New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs and focus on that.
And won't pledge allegiance at the Wailing Wall. A ritual corrupt politicians like Jeffries treat as a political baptism. Do you think it's time we start primarying these Israel firsters and replace them with America First voices like Mamdani?
Israel today.
Word to AIPAC. Now remember, I told you, right? The world is a stage. And all of them, all the actors, all the entertainers, all the athletes, or all of them are actually just central casting. And they all play the game and they all bend the knee. From the top all the way down to the bottom to your local assemblymen and even your union executives.
We recently met and we found out that he's Jewish. His mother was Jewish and his grandmother was Jewish. So, Mr. Mayor, we might find out very soon that you're Jewish. Don't hang out with me. So, welcome to our community. I'll tell you about Rabbi Indiga. Not when your numbers were up, when Adams dropped out. First day he called me up, he told me, I like this guy, I'm going to meet him no matter what the consequences are. He called me after he met you, he told me, this guy is a friend of the community, he's real, he's sincere, and I believe he's going to be the best mayor of New York City, and I'm going to go with him all the way. So this is who Rabbi Hindig is, and he represents us all. So congratulations, why do you have to waste a few weeks on becoming the mayor of New York City? We hope you come back. We believe you will. Eric is going to show you the directions how to get here. We'll see you every week. If you're not your best friend, name it everybody. So thank you for coming. It's an honor.
Are you not entertained? Playing in your face. Y'all getting it yet or not?
Honored to welcome the Honorable Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani. We all hope and pray for his success and to succeed. For success and staying a friend of the Jewish community of New York City. We welcome Mayor-elect Mamdani.
I believe Zohran Mamdani poses a danger to the security of the New York Jewish community.
Hold up. I'm confused. I'm confused.
Recently met and we found out that he's Jewish.
I believe Zoran Mamdani poses a danger to the security of the New York Jewish community.
Recently met and we found out that he's Jewish. He was Jewish and his grandmother was Jewish.
Wait a minute. Nah, you know what? Never mind. But yeah, you know. Cognitive dissonance and delusions. I don't know when, but at some point, we're going to all have to pay attention and realize that it's just opposite wings of the same bird, and we're all being played. They're using people who look just like you to pull at your heartstrings and make you think that what they're fighting for is all about you, when no. It's all about them and their inner circle. And none of us are invited to that party. We're just the mindless drones that keep the machine going and the flow of currency. Or as they say under maritime law, current of the sea. Yeah, but anyways, realize, and transparency forces accountability. Y'all keep your eyes to the stars, and I don't know, but today I just don't seem to see that swivel working properly for the collective. As individuals, yeah, but as the collective, we are in the diabolical den of demons, aka the Viper's Pit. And good luck, ladies and gentlemen. The world is a stage, and if you do not figure that out, you will always be an extra in their movie. Be safe and stay dangerous.